This is real work. This is real deep work. We're doing like money mentality surgery. We're forming new neural pathways in your brain. We are changing your mind. We are changing the way you think so that you can be different forever. This isn't pretend like fun work. This is for real, right? We grow up, we see things, we feel things, we sense things in our household, and it teaches us things. It teaches us things about relationships. It teaches us things about love. It teaches us things about safety. It teaches us things about money. So we have experiences inside of our households, and we learn things, right? And we develop these stories around money. There's never going to be enough for me. It is hard to pay bills. It's hard to support a family. Money always runs out. Money is a scary thing. Money is a stressful thing, right? Like, we're little, we hear this, we feel this, and we think it has to be this way around a lot of things, right? But for tonight, about money. Money is the root of all evil. Who heard that in church? I remember like hearing that, just getting this feeling about people in my community that had money, that they were different than me. Oh, they have money, they're gonna have an easier time. Oh, did you see what kind of car so-and-so's mom just bought? Oh, all those, the cheerleader moms and the way they spend money on their kids, or every girl has a Coach bag besides me, or like, right? And these stories that we're not as good as the people with money, or that it would be bad to have money, it'd be greedy to have money, it'd be evil to have money. We don't like those rich bitches. Those girls think they're better than everyone else because they have money. Who is she to drive a car like this, right? Do you remember those things coming up, right? And the thing is, we can change our mind. We can tell a new story, we can form new thought processes, we can change things, right? I want to manifest quickly. I want to manifest motherfucking quickly. I want it now. So when I get into that place, I'm in a state of, God, show me the way. I'm willing to do my part. What would you have me do? Do the parts that I cannot do, but I am willing to be guided, right? And from that place of, it is mine and I will do my part, something comes. Like in this moment right now, I was led to do this like 5-day live stream extravaganza, right? Instead of my normal webinar. What I normally do during a launch felt tired and felt old and felt boring and didn't feel good and didn't feel like something that I was motivated around, didn't feel like something I was inspired by, didn't feel like something that was going to help me reach my goals. So I know what my goal is for this launch, and I'm like so fucking ready for it, and I was willing to be guided, and here we are. And I'm doing something where I've had more sign-ups for this than I've ever had for anything, right? And that's what happens when you're in the flow. That's what happens when you're willing to be guided. That's what happens when you're connected. That's what happens when you know you can have it and you're willing to do your part. So I do think becoming an energetic match for something, inspired action is everything to me. I have friends who are great manifestors, and they're more like, it comes when it comes. I'm going to lay on the beach. And like, that's their manifestation game, but I don't have time. Like, we're doing it now, and I'm going to do my part to move it forward. And the inspired guidance, the action steps, to me always feel like a nudge, an urge. It always feels good but scary. It always feels, what if I just do this? What if I just do that? Or, you know, what if I call this person? What if I post this kind of Facebook thing? What if I do whatever it is? But it just feels like what if I do that? The actions for me have always been actions that, you know, that I could totally get behind, that I was excited about. You know, does that make sense? I have to choose between a place to live and a car, living expenses, that I can't afford it all or I don't deserve it both. Megan, that is motherfucking bullshit drama. No. Do you believe that God, angels, universe, whatever you believe in, do you believe that the cosmic forces of good who made you, who see you perfectly, who... I had this conversation with a friend today because she was working through some things, and I was like, hey, homegirl, do you get that you're infinitely loved? Do you get that you're infinitely loved just because you are? Do you get that you're good enough just because you are? Do you believe that whatever you believe in, the creator that you believe in, do you think that this cosmic parent, I don't know exactly what your belief system is, but do you believe that God however you view him or her. Do you believe that this God wants you to have something to drive but not a place to live, or a place to live but not something to drive, or a house but not food? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, you can be supported in every single way. You deserve it all. You can have it all. And we're talking basic needs here. Of course you can have it all, right? You are worthy of your needs being met just because you are, right? What does the Bible say? I don't quote the Bible very often, but it's been coming up a lot today because someone told me that I was like anti the Bible today, whatever. So I had a small conversation about that. Fearfully and wonderfully made, right? Created on purpose. Every hair on your head numbered and counted. You are enough. You deserve the things you want. You deserve the things you desire. You are good enough for it. You're worthy enough for it. There is nothing out there saying that you can't have everything you want. You do deserve both. You can have both. Anything that tells you anything different than that is a lie. It's a lie, and it's only going to be true as long as you believe in it. You are giving it its power. You are the only one, the only thing giving it its power. And you can take your power back. You can change the story. You can change your mind. Okay? Keeping the faith is a decision. So here's what it looks like. You decide you're worthy of this and you want this and you know it's going to be yours and you stay with it. And then when it looks like it doesn't happen, you got to go back to your journal. It looks like it didn't happen. I'm afraid it didn't happen. Is that the ultimate truth, that it still can't happen for me? No, that is never the ultimate truth. And you do it again. I still believe it's mine. And like one of the calls we talked about how for people like us who are spiritual people, who are good-hearted, who want to make a difference, we have to always tie it back to service. We have to always, always, always tie it back to service, right? So when you go back to your journal and you're like, it looks like it didn't come and I'm freaked out and I'm scared it can't be mine, and what if all of this doesn't work and whatever, like you're emoting all the fucking fear, right? And then it's time to once again tell a new story. Well, that isn't ultimately true. Here is why it's mine. It's mine because I'm a child of God and I desire this and I deserve this. I'm going to do good things with this. And then tie it back to service. For me to receive this money affects me positively because I am able to support my child in this way and support my family in this way and get this fucking car fixed and pay off this fucking bill. And it supports me to do those things because when I do those things, I feel better. I feel supported. I feel in ease. I feel in flow. When I feel supported and I feel ease and I feel flow, I have more energetic resources to spend time with my child, with my friends, to be good to people, right? So how does it affect you positively to receive that money? And how does that affect everyone else around you positively? And how does that ultimately affect the world? Like ripple effect. If that doesn't make sense, I went deeper into it in one of the other videos. You need to watch them all. But does that make sense? The point is that you shift back into being a vibrational match, and when it looks like it doesn't come, you do it fucking again. You work the steps again, and you get better at it all the time. This is real work. This is real deep work. We're doing like money mentality surgery. We're forming new neural pathways in your brain. We are changing your mind. We are changing the way you think so that you can be different forever. This isn't pretend like fun work. This is for real, right? And we will, until we do this over and over consistently, we will go back to our old defaults. And our old defaults are often shitty. So we will go back to our childhood stories. We will go back to those old places, not forever, because we get better at it and we do change our mind and we do form new neural pathways, and it does get easier, right? So like my default now, if I'm feeling shitty and not abundant, my default now is still making like $30,000 a month. That's when I feel like shit, right? But my old default was something very, very different. So like, does that make sense? But you get to up this as you go. You get to incrementally increase what you believe, what you have, what you believe you're worthy of, how receiving that's of service, supporting yourself with that, supporting others with that, and up it all the time. This is up to you. This is up to you.